Yes,
Did
I
you
put
print the
it.
sign?
No, it didn't.
So Donna, you're gonna get that to me by the next meeting?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay. Should my pillow. Just, at least I thought something was someone.
I'll be right back, the battery's almost dead.
Okay. Phone got wet the other day.
Wish you had, would ya?
Oh, I did. And, so I take it all apart, but no, I just put it back together tonight, but it's not, apparently not sitting in there correctly. Yeah, I did have it with me. Yeah, they don't let me leave home without it. I need the leash. Too many people following
Yes.
me,
Online or otherwise.
all over the place, it's sad.
Nice. Got himself a ride top.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now watch the heavens open up.
I wish I would.
Yes,
I need the rain.
yes we do. You all set?
I'm good.
This is not.
It's Renee.
That's Renee Willett.
Okay.
All
You
set?
are recognize the name, yes, I am, sir.
Well, yep. All right, good evening, folks. We're gonna open up the meeting at 7:03. And first on the agenda is the minutes. Minutes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve the Dunbarton Selectmen's regular meeting minutes from Thursday, July 14 at 7:08 PM as written.
Second.
All right, we have a motion on the floor. Any discussion?
No.
No.
Nope, I'm all set. All right, all those in favor?
I,
Aye, we have minutes for 14. There you go.
okay, I will make a motion to approve the non-public meeting minutes for the Board of Selectmen from Thursday, June 16th, at 7:02 PM.
Wait a second.
Second.
Any discussion?
No.
My apologies on making any changes. It's just been one of those weeks, months.
Yep, I hear ya, man. I know exactly what you mean. There you go.
What did you say?
We're gonna vote, right?
Oh, okay.
What's
Sorry,
that?
sounds good, Jake. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I don't know, I just seem to be really quick, expediting it. All right, public comment. Donna, we'll start and work our way this way. All set? Hello? Yeah?
I'm Betsy, I'm on the agenda, and I'll
Rainey?
talk to you when you're
On the
ready.
agenda also.
Right, well, public comments for anything besides that, because you're on the agenda for specific things, so if you had something else on your mind, you're welcome to talk about it now.
Well then, hi, it's good to see you.
Alrighty then, I'll close public comment, hearing none. Here's for the pile.
Corn sandwich?
Yep. Alrighty. Patton, you're on the agenda. Just like to preface this, that we try to stay as neutral as possible and stuff like that, so you're welcome to introduce yourself, but we're not gonna entertain any discussion on politics and that kind of stuff, you know. If you're an elected official and you're talking to constituency stuff, then we'd gladly have a discussion with you, but where it's campaign, we try to limit to next to none. You know, because we represent everybody in town and they run from one side to the other and we don't wanna try to take sides, so just prefacing it right up front,
Okay.
so.
Well, first of all, I wanna say thank you for letting me be on your agenda. I did get there, and I don't know if you want to see this, or I'll just leave
Are
it
you
here
welcome to
so that.
leave them with us?
Huh?
You're welcome to
I'll
leave
leave
them
it with you, and, I'm just I'm from Bow. I moved in October of 2014. I've been in the house, 18 years, a rep from Moultonborough. And, I just wanted to come and introduce myself to you, say hello to you, and also ask if it's all right if I can go to the landfill and just stand out of everybody's way and hold a sign. I don't know your procedure on this, so I thought that I would ask.
You know, they should be there in March, you'll see everybody there with a sign, so it's,
Yeah,
it's been,
That's an okay thing.
past practice, yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
As
And-
long as you're not, harassing anybody.
No, I'll stay out of the way. I don't need to help anybody with their trash, I'm sure. And, but that's it. So, again, and I have been a selectman in the town of Moultonborough, and just to say thank you for the job that you do for Dunbarton, and I'm hoping that I will be able to have time to get to know everybody and say hello. So, that's it. Thank you.
Good luck.
thank you,
Thank you very much, and good luck.
good luck.
Thank you.
Rainey, you're next.
Come on.
Yep. By all means, for the leads.
For the record, Rainey Willett, and I'm here as town moderator. Hi.
Howdy.
I thought it would be good, to come by and say hello and, kinda, for us to talk to each other in some of our new, not the only newbie here, new positions. And start thinking about how we've got 3 elections this year. We've got the state primary, we've got the national and state elections in November, and then we've got our regular town elections in March.
Oh, I was thinking that's like next year.
This next year,
Yeah.
2 this year.
Two.
By my term, it's this year.
Alright, yeah,
So, so I've been starting to get ready for that, and, part of what I'm really impressed by is how many people are involved with various aspects of making voting go well, go smoothly, and by doing that, making sure it's fair and above board transparent. Everything I've seen in the past has been exactly that, and incredibly accurate, all the way to many years ago, road agent comes in, 1 vote, somebody won by 1 vote, so they recount and they get the same count, so they recount it again and they got the same count.
Same thing happened for Selectmen, they had a
Yeah.
tie,
gotta tell you.
So,
so.
but the fact that the recounts came out exactly the same, that's the best we don't for. So, so anyway, I've been doing some preparation, but I also understand that there'll be the state election law training this month. And I emailed everybody I could think of about it, with the thought that if some of us at least could go together, that might be of some benefit. Have a chance to talk things over right as we heard them. The trainings are 3.5 hours long. That's not right. The trainings are 2.5 hours long. And moderators generally are there for the whole time, with there being half-hour blocks for the supervisors of checklists, clerks, ballot clerks, and so on. And I know that the time I suggested on August 27th in Goffstown wasn't gonna work for everybody, but for some people it will. I think one of the clerks, I think Peter Weeks is gonna come, Linda's gonna try to come, so,
I should be there.
okay, good.
I saw my cal.
So, and I'll suggest that I'm gonna stay, late, it ends at 11:30, I'm gonna hang out after. We can compare notes and see what they think.
I'll be on my way to New York, so,
Yeah.
sorry.
My plan though is actually to go twice. The first time to kinda dig in, I've got a pretty good understanding of the whole thing, but I need to understand the details much better.
Have you talked to Fred? I mean, Fred's a wealth of information on that.
Talk to Fred, and I'll continue to talk to Fred. I understand I can appoint a deputy. I have plans for Fred. We'll see what he thinks. I don't know, I haven't talked to him about it yet, but, no, of course, he's a wealth of information, and from my point of view, he did it really well, so.
Well, you'll enjoy the view on how to unpack the green box.
Okay.
Yeah, it was terrific. Can't believe we spent money as a state on that video. It's amazing.
So I'm gonna go, like I was saying, I'm gonna go twice. Thinking that after the first time, I'll have a better sense of where to look in state law to get myself more familiar with that. And I'll be able to do that between the two. And in the case that any of you are available, I'm gonna go on Saturday, August 13th, or Thursday, August 25th.
No.
Saturday's the morning, Thursday's the evening.
Thursday evening, we're probably here.
Yeah, I don't know if
No,
that
it's
falls
on
on one of your
schedule.
weeks.
Yeah, we'll affect the meeting night.
So, I'm assuming that everybody got this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, those 2 dates, 13th or 25th, and if it happens that you can go, that'd be great. Maybe we talk about traveling, the 13th is Plymouth, the 25th is in Derry, we might be able to carpool.
25th is the meeting.
So the 13th is in Plymouth, if you can make that.
I would take my bike if I was home.
So that's pretty much all I've got. First election's on September 13th. I understand you've got a meeting with the, clerks, I think.
We don't have a meeting.
I think you've got a meeting with the ballot, no, it's a supervisory checklist. They told me you have a meeting with them on the 7th, I think.
We did. Pizza Hut.
First week, or-
Okay,
Yeah, first week.
maybe they're gonna tell you about that at some point.
On the seventh when they show up, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they invited me to come along, and again, I think the
Is
more
that-
of us who can be there to talk us over, the better, so. I'll
Is that
come.
August 7th?
No, September.
Oh, September 7th, okay.
Thursday.
I think it's the 7th. At any rate, that would be a chance for us to talk about preparations.
I mean, our meeting's public, so I mean, they're welcome to stop by anytime, so.
Okay. Yeah,
You, by that time, you'll probably have more of an idea what you need
That's a
from us
Wednesday.
or anything.
September 7th is
That was
Wednesday.
Wednesday? Well, maybe that's their meeting.
Yeah, I think it might be their meeting, they hold a meeting.
Let me go get the election calendar, I'll see if that's one of their scheduled meetings.
Okay.
I mean, we're just there, you know, we kind of have, past elections kind of just take up space and, you know, just kind of help marshal the people in and help,
Yeah.
you know, put the ballots in the box and, you know, kind of like, how'd you say? You know, jack of all trades, master of none, you know, so wherever they, you know,
Wherever
Fred
they
needed
need
us, we
coverage.
went, you know.
Yeah.
We took over for the ballot clerks when they had to go to lunch or take a bathroom
Bathroom
break,
breaks.
you know, and, you know, fill in for Linda checking off people, you know, when they turn the ballots, so we
I'm
we
sure
do
it's
everything,
helpful to have a lot of hands there.
yeah, so.
My first read-through of all of the laws that apply make me think that the space and setting up the space is the selectman's responsibility.
Mhm.
So there's that too.
Yeah, that's what, I think we hire that out too.
Transfer station.
Yeah, exactly.
Attendance, yeah.
Yeah, we give them first right of refusal to do it, but I mean, they don't get paid as a transfer station, they're doing it as they're an employee, but in a different capacity. It's not part of their transfer station duties.
Somewhere leading up to the 13th, it'll help me to
Yeah.
know who's gonna do what, so.
Okay.
Yeah. If we don't meet together at the clerks meeting, then I'll come back and talk about stuff.
Now, if you need anything from us, let us know.
Okay.
We run pretty reasonable,
Yeah, they
even
do.
smooth, so.
The supervisors have a mandatory session on September the 6th, so maybe that's what they're thinking of, maybe they were gonna invite you to that. It's like just a little half hour they have to be here.
It's the
But-
6th, not the 7th?
There is the 6th, that's their mandatory meeting just for voter registration and updating the checklist. It's not mandatory that they meet with the selectmen. You have Janet's email address, right? Maybe. You have Janet's email address.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Very good.
So that's what I got.
Okay, thanks.
Good luck
Thanks,
on that.
Good to see you.
And,
Night.
Thank you.
it shall be fun.
It shall be.
I'll be in touch with you regarding the setup, I'll let you know the names of the individuals that will get involved.
Great.
Yeah, and just as a FYI, I mean, you're probably already aware, Lean's the conduit to us, I mean, so everything's
Yeah.
gonna run through her. We only meet on, you know, during the summer every other Thursday and then every Thursday night, so we can't do anything officially unless we're together as a group.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, one of the advantages I have as moderator is all that time on the board, the the school board, you guys and how you work. So,
Good.
so,
Cool.
okay, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
appreciate it. Gonna go out of order and, bring in Lou, so he doesn't have to sit here and wait
Okay.
much longer. So, go on up, Lou. We got an email here saying that you have heard that, you're intending to resign from the volunteer. You got already read this, Bob?
Yes, I did see
I've
it.
not seen it.
Alright, this usually goes in our mailbox. Give us a few minutes, I'll just catch up with it. You spending any time up here during the summer, or are you just traveling back and forth?
I got a place up there.
Well, I know that, I mean, but I didn't know if you're staying here all summer, or you're
No,
just
I go
bouncing
back
back
and
and
forth.
forth.
I'm on committees back in Massachusetts too.
Okay, well,
Well, the floor is yours.
Okay, as the letter said, for every inspection we do, and every hour we're down there inspecting boats, we get credit for it. After you get so many at the end of the year, they go back to the previous year, see how much work we did, and they want us a grant. They want us $1,000 grant to go and hire paid LACOs, so the volunteers can get a break. Usually bring the paid LACOs, we usually call the student, and they work 3 or 4 weekends in a row, so everyone gets a break. I hired the one this year in July, beginning of July, and I hired her $11 an hour. She goes back to school in 3 more weeks. She's only gonna be there 11 days total. So I said, okay, $1,000 grant, 11 days, do the math, and I gave her $11. So she gets paid $88 a day, $176 a weekend. Then I sent in the first payroll, sent in the first slip. And all of a sudden I get an email from New Hampshire Lakes Association, says I can't pay her more than $10. Now I stayed below the $1,000 all the way through,
Right.
and I can't understand why I can't pay her $11 opposed to 10. They said, oh, those are the rules. Oh, it's too many foolish rules, to be honest with you. So I turned around and I said, listen, this is ridiculous. So they already took the money away from her. They took the $16 out of her paycheck. Instead of 176, they said, we're gonna pay her 160. I said, you can't do that. I hired her 11, I sent in the paperwork at 11, you knew about it, you can't take it away from her.
Right.
I said, that's
So you're
ridiculous.
writing, you know, that's actually against the labor law.
Yeah, well,
think
come on,
so.
believe me. So I argued back and forth with him. I said, okay, they said, let me go see if we can find them in the budget. $16, you can't find them in the budget. That's just for 1 weekend. So I got an email about 10 minutes later. Says, okay, we found it in the budget, you know, we have to do 10. I said, that's ridiculous. I hired her at 11. You know, said, let me go look and let me see what we can do. Call me back. Okay, we're gonna pay her $11 for the rest of this year. And I said, okay, fine, that's this year. What about next year? You know, these kids, these people are not, college students are not gonna wanna come down for $10 an hour.
Right.
And that's why I did 11, because it was tough to get somebody. As it is, this woman's from Bedford. She's the town clerk's daughter from Bedford, because somebody works in Dunbarton, lives in Dunbarton, works in Bow, talked around, they brought her in. She's very good.
Excellent.
She's gonna be another 4 weeks. Then I started figuring, why are they doing this? And it sounded like the way the system works, if you get a grant and you don't spend the grant, they take the money back. I understand that. What I did, I put a little spreadsheet together, $10 and $11. First page is $11 an hour.
Thank you.
And you see at the bottom, this is how I budget.
This is the
This is
$11 an hour.
9 minutes, $11. So you see, she did the first 4 days. So basically, I got $648 to go for the rest of the thing. Again, all within the grant.
Yep.
After, when she goes back to school, she goes back to school the 24th of August. be $32 left over, and that's what they're gonna take back.
Mhm.
I said, fine, take the $32 back.
Yep.
Then they said, okay, we wanna pay her the $11, before they said they'd pay them all for the rest of the season. Said the town or somebody's gonna have to give us the money for that dollar, $88. I said, I'll write the check.
Mhm.
You know, this girl's not gonna get ripped off because, you know, there's some
Right.
rule you got.
Mhm.
So I said, okay, then I started looking at $10 now on the next page. Next page, they're gonna get $120 from the grant back,
Mhm.
plus the $88 that I have to pay them. So they're gonna take in $200 as opposed to $35, or whatever it is. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
I think you people should be aware of that.
Well, we paid $300 towards
That
that
was
grant,
just a grant, no, that was just a join.
Mhm.
You
Yeah, we
paid
do that
300.
but I think
every year, we pay for that.
every year we pay 300, and I think it goes into that pool of the
Mhm.
grant money.
They get a lot of grant money from a lot of different people, DES and a lot of other corporations, they contribute money to them. So I'm pretty sure they get money left and right.
Mhm.
I don't know why the nickel and dime us, and I don't wanna play these, that's the reason I'm resigning, 'cause I don't wanna play these games.
Mhm.
This should never have happened. At any point in time, I was never beyond $1,000.
Right.
I stayed within the grant. So why are they doing this?
And they didn't make you aware ahead of time that you couldn't pay
No,
more
they
than
took the
$10.
money away, and they said, okay, oh yeah, we're paying $160 for a weekend, you can't give $11. And, you know, it took three emails back and forth, before they said, yeah, okay, we'll pay it. You know what I'm saying, how many towns did this happen to?
I mean, you got $1,000, I mean, I think as long as we spend up to under that $1,000 limit, they pay the whole lump sum.
That's right.
Oh my God, I'm just thinking with the email traffic back and forth between yourself and someone at the state who's getting paid by the hour.
Well, the same state.
You've,
They're
you've,
not
whoever it is,
saying anything. They're not saying anything.
you've gone through that $1,000 and more.
It was three emails on this, plus
Yeah.
all the stuff, all the trips I have to take.
There is that, email.
Okay.
But that's,
right,
Yeah.
she did
New
finally
Hampshire Lakes
respond that she was
Yeah,
gonna
it's not
honor the
Lakes Association.
Well,
$11.
whatever it is, they're still getting paid.
Well,
Took three
yeah.
emails.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah,
but I didn't, it's not.
yeah, not the state, but still, they've blown through that $1,000, that $32, they think
Okay.
to save another 120, they spent that and more.
Well, they probably, in their budget, they had that 120 someplace else.
Yeah.
She took three emails, she said, let me go see if we can find it on budget, and we go, $16? And, you know, they're nickel and dime, and I'm saying, I'm not going through this, I live in Massachusetts.
So did you write a check, Lou, for $88?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No, no.
She
Good.
They
did,
decided
in the
to
last
pay.
email, she
Alright, good.
did
Yeah,
say
that
that
was-
they
they
would
ignored
honor
it.
the $11 an hour.
Alright,
Then, you know, I wrote to Amy Smagula over at DES,
yeah.
and she was sorry I was resigning and everything. And she said, is there something we can do to make you wanna stay? And I said, the only, I don't wanna deal, you know, I didn't say it to her, I don't wanna deal with New Hampshire Lakes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And,
Well, sorry to hear that you're resigning.
but I wanna make sure I stay at least until she's back in
Yeah.
college, where she gets all her money.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want them to turn
Well,
around
back
and
in
pick them up.
college, as
and
of
go
now,
out.
or back in college, yeah.
Well, no, in August, she
August.
goes back
At the end of
Yeah,
August,
4
yeah,
weeks.
right?
4
Okay.
weeks, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want, you know,
Yep.
all of a sudden, oh, by the way, well, no, you can't do that because some other, you know, foolish law, foolish rule.
Do you have anybody in mind that may be interested
No,
in?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't have enough people to staff the ramp on weekends.
Mhm.
I have to drive up from Massachusetts every week. It's 50 miles one way, so I'm doing 100 miles up and back. And I never put in for the mileage, I never put in for my time.
Mhm.
I can take money out of that grant
Right,
for the administrative work I do, but I don't. I give it, make sure the college kids have it.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And, you know, now I have to stop playing games,
Mm.
it ain't worth it.
Mm.
You know, it's sad.
It is.
You know, I told Amy, you know, if you want,
Mhm.
she has no problems and you people have no problems, I said, I'll stay on to do the DES side. Now, what that is, next year,
Mhm.
I come before the selectmen, and hopefully I can talk you guys into, can we do that meeting now? You know, can I go get money from DES if I can for a match, so I don't have to do a 100-mile drive?
Right.
And I send them the paperwork, or I fill out the form, I said,
Right.
you wanna be included. She sends me a list of all the divers and herbicide treatments, or whatever which way she's going.
Yep.
I contact them, they come back to me, I said, I want sent to me, and to Amy, and Lean gets a copy. As soon as I get it, reply it straight to Lean, I forward it right to Lean. So, town has a copy, I have a copy, and, Concord has a copy. I wouldn't mind doing that to help out,
Okay.
but that means I'm, that means I'm not gonna be at the ramp, so they're gonna need more people.
Yep.
And I can't find any way to get people up there, down there. Cause I'm coming up, I'm driving 100 miles to cover 2 hours. Cause what they do, every so often, they'll do a surprise, I forget what they called it. But
Spot
they'll-
inspection kind of thing.
Yeah, they'll come up and see if we're working, and they
Mhm.
talked to the, Payday Coast last week.
Mhm.
I said, why, if they get time to drive around inspecting, tell them to work at the ramps. Guess I feel like telling them. But I am trying to be polite. But I'm trying to lose that being polite business.
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand the rationale they're using when they gave you $1,000 grant.
Yep,
You're staying within the confines of the grant,
yep,
and they're at a time where unemployment's awful low, so trying to get someone
Mhm.
for a small amount of money is difficult.
yep.
Okay, this-
And so I'm just trying to understand the
Why are
rationale.
they doing it?
Where is the policy or,
That's
you
their
know, the
rule.
statement? I understand the rule, but what's the rule that restricts you from not going that dollar extra?
She sent it back in one of her
It's in the
emails.
email there, it says something about it's the policy that it's
Yeah.
like $10 an hour, and then there's a,
It's a
15% and all that.
Right.
It's
town.
some 15%, I'm saying, this doesn't make any sense.
But I read that part of
Yeah.
it, but it just
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
What do you
It
mean?
To
doesn't make
be
sense to me.
restrictive in that sense.
You should've seen me when I saw that first email.
So then you end up with a situation where you don't have anybody at the boat ramp.
Right?
Well, it's a pain, yeah.
And so what happens there could possibly get carried to other places.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they kinda shoot themselves in the foot by
Yeah.
being,
So for $1 an hour difference,
I told them, I
they
write the check.
cause a potential problem in
Well,
other
I mean,
places.
And that's only for this year. Who knows what they're gonna do next year?
Yeah.
well, technically, they're an employee of the Dunbarton town, right?
We,
Town Dunbarton.
we joined them, we give them $300 a year, but I think
No, the person that's getting
The Lake
paid.
Coast.
the
Lake
person
Coast.
is, no, they're,
Are they-
they're an employee of the New Hampshire Lakes Association.
Okay, so they're,
And not the town of Dunbar.
okay, good, so,
Or out
alright,
of it.
so they don't cover their workers' comp or anything like that,
New Hampshire Lakes is doing that.
gotcha.
See, they have rules like, if they're down the ramp, and you're showing up with a boat, as soon as you get near the ramp, you should see the lake house there with the blue shirt and everything else. Well, get on that ramp at noontime, there is no shade. The shade, the sun should beat down on these people. I said, listen, there's some shade down near the water, down there, come in front of my house, there's shade there, right across the street from the ramp.
Mhm.
Oh, but they're supposed to be there. These rules they set up drive me crazy. And this is really just pushing me over the side. But I like, if Amy wants, and you guys have no, and you gentlemen have no problems with, I would like to do that part to get the match for DES for the treatment of the pond itself.
Mhm.
I have no idea what it's gonna be next year.
Probably more than it was this year. Seems to be
This
that way.
year, this year was ridiculous. The, milfoil started real early in the year.
Mhm.
And by the time we got everything rolling, they got everything rolling, they already had a jump on it.
Yeah, that's why they pull up, we were just looking at the reports, cause the check was getting written out, it was like, what, 700 and some odd gallons they pulled out of there?
I got,
585, and then it was like another 130 or something.
altogether, they pulled out 1,795 gallons of
Oh.
milfoil. To the town's paid totally $6,041. So that's done.
Mhm.
Now, what has to happen now, you know,
What's
I'm
the, if I can interrupt before I forget my thought, cause I will forget it. They pull out that much milfoil and everything like that, but I didn't get a chance to read the whole report or anything, but is there any more still in there that needs to come out?
it might be, because
They didn't
it's
say,
very
well,
thick down
I'm sure
there.
there is
Yeah.
some somewhere, but I mean, they didn't say like they got it all, or?
No, she'll come up with a report, I think they do further testing throughout the summer, right into late fall.
She'll come down in the fall.
Yeah,
Amy comes down in the fall and says, okay, Corn Pond is like this.
Mhm,
And she'll have a map of the thing, says, okay, milfoil here, 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 she'll mark it.
mhm,
So when I went to the divers the following year,
mhm.
I said, okay, here's where it is. And she's suggesting 8 days of diving or 12 days of diving. Give me your cost,
Yep.
give me your number. And That's why, if I do it for Gorham Bond, that's one less thing she has to do.
Yeah.
And somebody's watching over it. And Lean's got the backup, where she has everything for you guys.
Right.
Anything I get from them, automatically forward over to
No,
Lean.
no, it's no, I mean.
So it's working right, so we have a nice little system. And then
BS,
I will say, no,
I understand.
but, you see why I'm not happy. But, I haven't heard back from Lean. No, sorry, not from Lean, from Amy. If I, she lets me do that, I would love to work with her, she's great to work with.
See,
In New Hampshire Lakes, I got an issue with. You know,
New Hampshire Lakes and DES are two separate entities, so you
Yeah, but
want
what-
to divorce yourself from one and not the
Yeah,
other.
you should be able to.
There should be no problem.
if I can make
I
a
see.
suggestion, one is the town of Dunbarton, write a letter to New Hampshire Lakes Association and ask them to explain that to you, as to why the point person stayed under the grant, and now we have to pay more money. Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, seems kinda silly.
It's very
Yes.
silly. You have saw me that day, you wouldn't wanna see me that day,
Yeah.
but that's why now I'm fed up with them. These rules they got, that's why I left her work with Amy to go to the divers, or however she's gonna do it next year, and take that off her shoulders, I'll take it on for the town. And,
The other folks in the, there's an association down there going on,
Yes.
isn't it?
Right.
And none of the folks in the association are manning the dock with
no,
you?
that's the only people I can get, I'm
Oh.
down there, I'm the president of the
Yeah,
association,
so the association people are manning the dock
Right.
with you.
we're doing it. We
Yeah.
lost 2 people, they moved,
Yeah.
and all these new people are coming in, they said, oh, yeah, we wanna get involved, yeah, I haven't seen them.
Oh, they all say.
I haven't seen them down the thing yet. I got a meeting Sunday, and I'm gonna talk to them again.
Yeah.
We said, listen, we need to look at,
During the week, is there a lake house here Monday through
No.
Friday, or is it just on the weekends?
I come up here and work on my house during the day, I'm right across from the ramp.
Yeah,
There's actually more than 2 boats there,
yeah,
on the course of the day.
yeah. And I took the kayak out there one day and I didn't see
A lot,
anybody.
a lot of kayaks.
Yeah.
You know, the numbers, just so you have an idea of the numbers,
Mhm.
what are my numbers? Yeah, the inspections, last year, for the year, we did 271 inspections. This year so far,
Now, from what period of time is that, Lou?
I start usually start in like mid-May,
Right,
To-
just after I saw them?
yeah, like second
Yeah.
week after Labor Day.
Yeah,
Cause after Labor Day, nobody's down there
yeah,
with boats.
right,
It's the fishermen, they're very respectful of the
Yeah.
thing. Last year, we did 271 inspections.
yeah,
This year to date, 429.
wow,
A lot of those are kayaks,
yeah,
but we still have to look at them.
sure,
We still have to look at canoes, boogie boards, or floats, or
yeah,
whatever.
whatever goes on the water, yeah.
So far, we've done 137 hours. Last year, we did 229, so we're gonna surpass that.
Wow, yeah,
Where we go, so we are working a lot of
Yeah.
hours.
yeah,
But, we don't have enough to stock it, people-wise.
Yeah.
People got things to do, I
Yeah.
understand, they're working, they got grandkids, they got cookouts to go to, family events.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I fill in the holes, let's say, in the schedule.
sure,
I just need more people, I'm gonna talk to them again this Sunday.
Yeah.
Especially the new people, I understand,
Crack the whip.
well, it's not so much
I'm just
scratching, but
kidding.
no, I'm saying, but the new people, they're down there, they're excited, I got a lake, and I got boats and everything
Absolutely.
else, and I said, all right, the smoke will clear,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be standing there when the smoke clears.
Mhm.
Remember you said you're gonna help?
yeah,
And I'll talk to them again Sunday.
Oh,
We can get it.
absolutely.
But that's where I'm coming from, my suggestion would be nice if, you guys, right, just put a plug in there, that you wanna know why we have to pay that, why would we have to pay that $88, it was still under the budget,
Right.
under the grant.
it's almost like if they're trying to get back $120 from us,
So
everybody else is getting the same kind of pressure to give
Right.
something back,
then they use it for their own
Yeah,
salaries
So
or
they
something.
can,
That they-
they get
they-
the money back twice.
yeah,
Now, they'll.
that if somebody's
nonprofit.
getting a bonus,
New Hampshire Lakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That I'm not sure.
I mean, they're not a state entity.
They're not a state.
So, I mean, I don't know if they have the transparency and such, because I mean, it'd be nice to see what their budget's like and
Oh,
what.
I'd like to see what the salaries are like, because all of
Yeah.
a sudden they hired a new president last year.
Mhm.
Him and Andrea got nice offices, everyone else is working in the hallway.
Where are they located?
Horseshoe Pond,
Horseshoe
Concord,
Pond Lane
just,
and,
yeah, just down the center of town,
Okay,
right by the ramp.
14 Horseshoe Pond, I might just
Yeah.
stop by there.
Stop by,
Oh,
what you do, you get on Main Street,
Yep.
State House on your left, keep going down,
Mhm.
the road goes off to the left, but it goes straight.
Mhm.
And you go down there, and that's just Washington Pond Lane.
Yep.
It's a white building at the end, go around, it's parking for like
Yeah,
12
because the fire
cars.
departments, they got a fire station right.
Yes,
Yep.
and they're on the second floor, and you walk in, you'll see all the pamphlets and everything around
Mhm.
the thing, and they're trying to do all the paperwork on, in the hallway,
Mhm.
and Andrea and Tom, I think his name is, they get nice offices, I'm saying, if they have time to go surprise inspections of the ramps, they have time to work on the ramp,
Mhm.
on the ramp stress.
Exactly.
It's just, that's where it is, I don't wanna, I'll resign if I have to,
Mhm.
I have a chance I'm going to. But the idea is, it should never have happened.
So you're not, you're tentatively resigning then?
Pardon me?
You're tentatively resigning? Or was that what I'm hearing?
That's why I come up here and instead of sending you guys a letter, I wanna talk to you. I wanna stay till at least,
Absolutely, you can stay as long as you wanna stay.
hey,
You're doing a great job.
cause after that, there's only a few more weeks.
Mhm.
I got things every Saturday, I got a wedding
That's all.
here, anniversary party here.
It doesn't
Just
say
like
very
everyone else.
easily on their webpage whether or not they're non-profit or even if they're 501c3. There's no reference to that on their webpage.
I know
At a glance anyway, I mean, maybe if I dug into it, there's probably something, but,
DES does fund them,
yeah.
Well, and they gotta be accountable for this,
to the state at least.
well, yeah, well, exactly, for that money that they give, the public's money that's going to them,
Right.
they gotta be accountable for that, but if they have grants from, like BAE systems, like, I'm just picking on their guys.
BAE, no, what are you there for?
No, I'm just saying, if they donated money to New Hampshire Lakes,
Yeah,
where it's private, they may not account for that as transparently as they would the state.
Any reference there.
Basing that
I
spreadsheet-
use them as an example.
Yeah, no.
Based on that spreadsheet that I did,
Mhm.
if I didn't go above the, thing, $45, let's say it's $50 left over after the year, they get back to $50.
Mhm.
Now I can't pay her $11, I have to pay her 10, they force me to pay her 10. Thus, instead of getting back to $50, they're gonna get back $150 just from the grant.
Yeah.
Plus, if I pay her $11, now I have to give another 100 to pay the extra dollar, now they come back $250. I'm thinking, I worked writing software for a Fortune 500 company, I worked in accounts payable, it's one thing we always did when there was a problem, follow the money.
Absolutely.
And I follow the money and I keep hitting bricks, I'm going, something's wrong, doesn't make any sense.
That's a long day too,
It
8
is,
hours in
yeah.
the sun,
Mhm.
so.
Yeah.
It is a
I'm
long
I'm sure the
day.
dollar's well worth it.
Oh,
the
yeah,
extra
but
dollar.
I don't force them, stay in the sun, stay attention and everything else. They get out there, they bring their fishing rods, they fish,
Of course.
but as soon as the truck comes, rock it, you listen to the radio, pull the headphones out,
Yeah.
pay attention to the
Well,
clock.
last week I was out to Lake Sunapee and they had a lake house there at the ramp.
Yeah.
A retired guy hanging out, had a big poster board sign there, explaining who he was and of course that's a busy ramp.
Yeah.
And he was up and down, back and forth,
Yeah.
doing his thing, greeting the boaters.
Yeah, it was like me, my house is across the street, if it does get busy, and it did the first 2 weeks.
Yeah,
You see the titles, we were like twice, 3 times what we normally are,
yeah,
because everyone's putting their boat in for
yeah,
the
for the
first
first
run
time,
out.
yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, a lot of times I just threw on the shirt and went over there and joined them, and
Mhm.
I was checking the boats too, checking boats
Yeah.
along with the person who was assigned.
Yeah,
But it's very dedicated people that are all down there,
Mhm.
some people down there,
Appreciate
they were until, they until 5 o'clock, 9 to 5, we try to staff it.
Mhm.
5 o'clock, I say, go home, because
Yeah.
5 o'clock, the third shift of boats are coming in.
yeah, you get the afternoon fishermen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4:30, 4:30, one time, about 5 boats come in, right after the other.
Yeah.
So we just,
Got it.
put them in there. That's where I'm coming from. My suggestion, write a letter, say,
Mhm.
what's this 15%? Why, if we're still under $1,000, why do we have to do anything? And I try to keep it, because the way that spreadsheet is the way I do the budget every year.
Mhm.
I say, how much is the grant, how much is the person being paid, because last year was like
Mhm.
$9.75, but that was in July, that was in June, where the person worked more weeks. So, yeah, he
Right,
had
more
less
weeks.
money,
Right, cause it still has to be $1,000.
but it's still under 1,000.
Right,
So that's how I do the budget. She's only there until the 24th. And, I asked her, she had a thing on one Saturday, So I worked the Saturday and just took that one day and moved down to the 20th, which is pay period
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, we're getting the job done. You know, we're trying to get more people, especially the new people who moved in now.
Right, yeah.
But what disturbed me is nobody from the town of Dunbarton applied or called for it. That's 3 years in a row.
Wow.
And we had it on the website, we had it on the bulletin board out front, we had it on the bulletin board down the ramp. We talked to people, we had it on our website. I mentioned at the annual meeting, the town annual meeting. I said, we can always use help. And, you know, it's a perfect, 2 hours. Bring a cup of coffee, bring a newspaper.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Yeah, leave the horse to water, can't make him drink.
Yeah,
I
for
know,
sure.
I can't force them, but, I like to have more people.
Yeah, well,
Alrighty,
all right,
appreciate your
Okay,
candor, and
Thanks.
at this point in time, we'll keep your resignation on the back burner and in case something changes, hopefully.
yeah, and again,
And whatever we do, we'll definitely keep you in the loop.
please do, cause, I told them what the
And we just, wanna say thank you for all your hard work on putting,
You're welcome, but it's the other people too, and down on that ramp.
and please pass on our thanks to them as
I
well.
shall. Okay, we all set?
yep,
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Okay, thank you all.
Okay,
Have a good night, sir.
50-mile ride back.
yeah, there you go.
Stay the night,
Yeah,
you got a place to
stay
sleep.
I was just on the house.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, so, we'll just jump right to the library, and just do the transfer station all at the end,
Okay, that's fine.
instead of bouncing back and forth.
Library's really, very quick update.
Good
I
this year.
have, reached out to, Jeff Trexler. He gave me one name,
That's just the plans.
which I
Oh.
have sent a scanned set of plans to, which I have not gotten a response back. And Jerry Tepe had responded to me saying he was on vacation, but as soon as he got back, he would get me some names. So he was nice enough to send me 5 names. I had to research their mailing address and emails, but I did that today. I've already gotten one response from one of the 5, but he did say we will look at the DWGS and get back to you. We are really booked, but let us look at the scope of work and we'll get back to you next week. So that's one response out of the 5. But these are all local, Goffstown, I think, Chicoine's in Dunbarton, I don't know where his office is, Nashua,
Bedford.
Concord, and Concord, so I've got those.
Chicoine's doing the Stratford Patrol shed, so he's doing schools right now.
Yeah, so, anyways, I still hope,
And the, and our roofer guys, he,
he responded, I
What's-
don't,
yeah, what's.
he said that it's not the scope of work that he wants to get into at this time, and to keep him included as to the progress of this work, so
Okay.
that he can get his
Sure, yeah.
material ordered.
So we're not killing him at the moment.
No, before he asked to look at the plans, he had mentioned that he had 3 pending jobs, and if this one came along and said, we're ready, then it could interfere with his other 3 jobs, so,
But, well, yeah,
but,
we know we're up against that anyway now.
yeah.
I mean, we've kind of put him off to him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately,
Right.
till you get the work done, cause I know he doesn't wanna put a roof on and take liability, for the structure,
Right,
especially when he knows it's been looked at by 2 engineers.
yeah,
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
So-
we'd be in a lose position for sure.
I mean, if we get the work done and it's sitting there and he can't get to it, then so be it. I mean, we
Yeah.
can't really force him to
Right.
jump on
Right.
our schedule, cause we've already,
Yeah, we've already
That's
asked him to,
yeah,
work with us, so.
yeah, that would be fair to him.
okay,
Okay, cool, thanks.
so, then we set.
Transfer station.
Transfer station update. As you all know, Woody's on a leave of absence currently.
Yeah, we got that right here, it's just a, follow-up that he's out until the 25th of August.
Okay,
And the
Yeah, there's 2
report
of those.
said work is none, so I don't expect him back before then.
We got 2 of the same thing.
Oh, I couldn't find it in your basket, so I thought for
Oh.
sure I missed not putting it in there, so apologize for that.
One of those put together, yes.
Yep.
Okay, other than that, as as far as the update of the transfer station, I just wanna keep the board informed regarding, what's going on down there while Woody's out on leave. I'll just run through what I've typed up here. It's been recommended by the auditor that we address how we handle money at the transfer station. This has been addressed, by installing security lock boxes, which have been installed and are being utilized, so
No
that's one.
complaints from anybody?
Pardon?
No complaints, everything works?
No,
slick?
everybody's, it's working slick, everybody has their own passwords to get in the building, nobody's taking money home, so I think it's gonna work, good for the time being until we think of something else. I've been in constant communication with the transfer station daily, either by telephone or through frequent trips to the transfer station. I found that during the site visits, the transfer station was found to be clean and organized. The employees are doing a great job, they're getting along, they're contributing wherever and whenever they can, and they all seem to be in good spirits about helping each other out, so I'm very encouraged with that.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, cause like I told you, I swung in this Saturday and
Yeah,
chatted with, all three of them, you know,
Yeah.
briefly.
yeah,
And, even though Saturday was a beast of a day weather-wise,
yeah,
they were, dealing with what was there, and it was, the transfer station was actually in pretty good shape. Well, they weren't all backed up like I've seen it at other times.
yeah, I mean, it happens, but they
Yeah,
scrambled to
they
get
seem
it,
to be,
Yeah, it was
pulling
good.
together.
yeah.
Quick
I've
question
had,
for you.
pardon?
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're just talking about, the guys and all that stuff, hours. How are they looking at hours? I mean, I know they're part-time, but I mean, they've been all.
They're still in the 30 to less than 40 hour range. I haven't seen anything go over. They're still being conscientious of, not abusing the time and just getting the work done. As I was saying, I'm having regular meetings, staff meetings with them.